you said that the most important role that you ever played was Ali, right? In a Don King movie.
Absolutely, hands down.
Why you feel like that?
Because I mean, honestly, the only probably greater role that anybody could have is playing Michael Jordan. Muhammad Ali changed the world.
I got Ali over Jordan.
Just saying, and that's coming from the youth. That's from the baby. Just saying. So when I did that, and then once again, nobody knows what I went through for that role, man. They tried not to give it to me. The director believed in me. I'm 5 shades darker than Muhammad Ali, but I embodied that man. I embodied him. I meant that with everything in me, and I trained like a maniac. That's when I really fell in love with boxing.
You still got it.
Thanks, son. I fell in love with the sport. So I had a martial arts background, and that's back when everything was really, really broke up. Back then, if you were a martial artist, you didn't really box. And I fell in love with that sport because I worked so hard. I wanted to have his movements down, and I wanted to be authentic, and so I really, really put in work. And unfortunately, it was a black producer that had a high-ranking position at HBO. I won't call your name, but he tried to stop me from getting that role.
What I say earlier?
Yes, son, you're correct. But it was crazy. And the director of the project, John Hirschfeld, he really believed in me, as he did with other projects. He put me on 15 Minutes with Robert De Niro, and did a show called Dr. Vegas that was Rob Lowe's show that put him back where he needed to be because of John Hirschfeld. Which is why relationships are so important and doing great work is so important. You have to show up. Nothing is given. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. And you always have to make sure that every time you show up, you're there to be great. My mom was such a G. They had us training. And my mom told me, 'cause she was my manager at the time, arguably the best manager I've had.
How old were you
in
when
my
you got that
career.
role?
Gosh, I was married to her, so I was 20. No, I wasn't married to her yet. I was 20, 21. Yeah, 21 years old. 21. Yeah. And my mom said, "You're not training anymore until they close this deal." Because the deal was on the table. We were going back and forth, and they was playing with it, and they was, and it's just so deep to me. How you have great actors like Ving Rhames, who is brilliant in this project, and all of our actors are farmed out and thrown away. I mean, like and we don't make it no easier. We forget about our people, we forget about our icons and our legends. But I mean, you could be a 90-year-old right now. If Al Pacino wanted to do Scarface 2, it would get greenlit. He'd be 90 years old, snorting cocaine and shooting people. He's coming back. I thought you could kill me. I thought you. Come back.
Didn't he die in Scarface?
That's my point. I snort so much of this. How did he die? Fuck you. Fuck you. He come back. Say hello. Thought you killed me. Come back. And they make the movie.
How was it like being on set for that movie?
For the Don King story?
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing. It was awesome. Yeah, it was amazing. We had a great time. We had to choreograph all of that stuff. It was epic, man. That was a watershed film for HBO. That was a watershed film. I'm gonna say this now, and I would have never said this years ago. Sitcoms for black actors could be the kiss of death. Unfortunately, I hadn't experienced that. Because the audience will hold you in that light, in that regard for the rest of your life. And so I lost a lot of roles that could have changed my life because of that show.
Because you was just Eddie Winslow.
Because I was Eddie Winslow. People still call me Eddie Winslow to this day. You know, it made such an impact, which is amazing and it's awesome. And I love you all. But
That's not Eddie Winslow. That's Darius McCrary.
thank you, son. That's coming from my son. You know what I'm saying? So that in his mind, he couldn't see me as Muhammad Ali because he, as an executive, was like, you know, this is Eddie Winslow. I can go find somebody that can play, you know. But for real, honestly, they had a hard time finding anybody that could really do that. Like I really meant that because you understand the way I approach a role is that's gonna be on film forever. That's there, and it's not like I'm playing Joe Blow from the liquor store. That's the greatest of all time. Matter of fact, I'll never forget when I met him the first time, his daughters, and made sure that I met him. He was so amazing. That was one of the first and only times that I felt like I was in the presence of God on earth when I met that man. It was amazing. But they said, you gotta do the impression, do him. And he said, do it, do me, right? And I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Put me on the spot. And I just went into it. I started doing it. I was like, I'm fast, man. I'm so fast. I'm so quick. I make medicine sick, man. I'm cold-blooded, man. I'm a bad man. I just started talking with him, and he was like, he looked at me. He just started getting excited. He said, it was like it was tried, man. It was real. It was real to him, you know.